color and the culture of our beautiful nation, Ghana. And now please allow me to welcome to the podium to give you an address the Honorable Minister of Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Ali.
Your Excellency, Dr. Bawumia, Vice President of Ghana, my younger brother, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Samuel Abuja, Honorable Ministers of State, my father, Otinini, President of the National House of Chiefs, Yamenu, Governor of the Central Bank, the Controller and Accountant General, heads of institutions, captains of industry, particularly of the mining industry, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to be here this afternoon to join you in celebrating the commissioning of the project that is of utmost importance to our country's growth and development. By the numbers, the minerals and mining quarrying sector was the most significant contributor to direct domestic taxes mobilized by the Ghana Revenue Authority in 2023, among the top 10 gold producers in the world. Reflecting on this challenge, this event signifies a groundbreaking step towards changing the narrative. Undoubtedly, the commission of Biggest Gold Refinery marks a pivotal moment in Ghana's journey towards economic independence, as it ensures that the value addition of gold happens here in Ghana, creating jobs, fostering skills development, and retaining more economic benefits within our country. I therefore wish to commend the team at Royal Ghana Gold for embarking on this critical project. Across the government, we are conscious of the vast potential in the mineral sector. And as it stands, Ghana's gold belts remain largely unexplored, representing enormous untapped potential for substantial revenue generation, which we are currently not capitalizing on. We therefore have to change course and ensure that we maximize all the value associated with the mineral sector in our country. Consequently, beyond supporting companies such as Royal Gold Ghana in pursuing value addition, the government will also look to drive the exploration of potential gold reserves for exploitation and provide the right mix of policies and incentives to drive activity across the gold value chain. In doing this, government will continue to support Ghanaian participation across the mineral value chain. The Ministry of Finance will therefore support Mineral Income and Investment Fund to invest in the mineral value chain as a vehicle for creating wealth that delivers direct benefits to all of our people. This refinery opens many doors for our economic transformation. Think of the local entrepreneurs who will now have the opportunity to provide goods and services to the refinery. Consider the skilled jobs that will be created as a result of the establishment of this refinery, the training and skilling that will occur, and above all, the multiplier effect this will have on the local economy. Our economy is growing, and we are seeking to implement policies and measures that will accelerate the growth further. And it is not surprising for me that at this momentous period, when our focus is on growth, an establishment like this refinery is being commissioned today. Today's commissioning thus represents another significant step towards creating an ecosystem where growth begets growth, and our industries foster a cycle of prosperity that benefits all our people. Ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, we are here to celebrate a remarkable achievement and to deepen our resolve, chart our own course, and to build an economy that is resilient, self-sufficient, and capable of providing opportunities for all. We stand at the threshold of a new era where Ghana's natural resources are extracted, exported, refined, and retained to fuel our economic growth. And I sincerely hope this chapter in our golden history will catalyze a national awakening where we no longer rely on external forces, but rather harness our resources on our own soil. Many have said that Ghana is late in building a value-added mineral economy. However, with this development today, we are showing to the world that we can do it. Yes, it is possible. And in conclusion, I wish to thank you, Royal Ghana Gold, for showing the world that we can do it, and for your confidence in the Ghanaian economy. Thank you all. May God bless all.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now yield the podium to the Honourable Minister of Lands and Natural Resources. Please welcome the Honourable Samuel A.
The Prince of Gunjaland, it is possible. The Prince of Gunjaland, it is possible.
Your Excellency, the Vice President, Your Royal Majesty, the Ochehene, President of the National House of Chiefs, Ojiaoho, my Lord, Metropolitan Archbishop of Cape Coast, my senior brother, the Honorable Minister for Finance, regional ministers, honorable ministers and deputy ministers of state, Petrete Ekuyamwasechi, and chairman of the Forestry Commission Board, governor of the Central Bank, members of the Diplomatic Corps, Chief Executive Officer of the Minerals Commission, Managing Director of the Precious Minerals Marketing Company, Chief Executive Officer of Royal Ghana Gold Limited, my good friend, Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Mines, and leadership of the Association of Small-Scale Miners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources salutes the Vice President of the Republic, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia, for his continued support to the ministry and for leading the efforts for the establishment of this refinery, which he has graciously accepted to commission this afternoon. Distinguished guests, the Vice President has been at the forefront of policies aimed at ensuring optimal benefits from our mineral resources and improving the livelihoods of our people, including the digitalization of the National Assay Laboratory, the Domestic Gold Purchase Program, which has led to a tremendous increment in our gold reserves, and the Gold for Oil Program, which has contributed over 30% of our total crude consumption. The reconstruction of the Apiachi community, which was raised down some 2 years ago, and the ongoing efforts at digitalizing the records of the Lands Commission to make it fit for purpose are also some of the remarkable interventions of the Vice President in the Lands and Natural Resources sector. This afternoon, Your Royal Majesties, ladies and gentlemen, he unveils a great milestone that embodies our commitment to value addition, thereby realizing the vision of the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government to make Ghana the mining hub of Africa, where all mining and mining-related activities, from exploration to downstream production and from research to innovation, will be centered. Distinguished guests, as many of you are undoubtedly aware, Ghana is synonymous with gold. History has it that our forebears began mining gold long before the sailing of Africa by the Phoenicians in the 6th century BC, with gold becoming one of the major commodities for the trans-Saharan caravan trade. Indeed, between the years 1493 and 1600, the then Gold Coast accounted for as much as 36% of global gold output. And even though we were overtaken by South Africa, by dint of hard work, not only have we regained our position as the leading producer of gold in Africa since 2021, we have also revamped dormant mines like the Obuasi and Bibiani mines. And we currently have 3 large-scale gold mining operations under construction by Newmont in the Ahafo region, Azuma Resources in the Upper West region, and Kadna Namdini in the Upper East region, which is set to pour its first gold before the end of this year. These new and revamped mines, as well as the expansion of existing ones, will ensure that we remain on top of gold production for the foreseeable future. These are exciting times in the mineral resource industry of our country. Already, Your Excellency, gold exports from our country for the first half of this year alone amounted to $5 billion US and is projected to hit at least $10 billion commodity prices, or taking full advantage of mineral value chains to promote industrialization and structural transformation of our national economy. The Akufo-Addo Bawumia government has chosen to do the latter, which is why we are gathered here this afternoon to commission this gold refinery, established through a public-private partnership between Rosie Royal Minerals Limited and the government of Ghana, represented by the Bank of Ghana. This modern and state-of-the-art refinery, with a daily capacity of 400 kilograms of gold and the ability to produce refined gold at 24 carats, 99.99% purity, marks a pivotal moment in our quest to secure a London Bullion Market Association LBMA certification to ensure we easily trade our refined gold on the international market. Discussions are already far advanced with one of the LBMA Good Delivery accredited refiners and referees, and the commissioning of this refinery put us in a good position to expedite action in securing this all-important certification. This ultimately will advance government's commitment to diversifying our economy by reducing the heavy reliance on the export of raw minerals and fostering the establishment of local industries to promote value addition, job creation, and enhance skills development for our workforce. This refinery will also contribute significantly to our local jewelry industry. Ghanaian jewelers will now have access to responsibly sourced refined gold for their jewelry production and make it easy to hallmark such jewelry for the international market. Your Excellency, Your Excellency, Your Royal Majesty, distinguished guests, this intervention is just one of several measures being implemented by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government to ensure value addition to our mineral resources. And Mr. Vice President, I am happy to report that very soon, construction will commence on a $450 million US manganese refinery at Nsuta in the Western region. And our green mineral policy contains mandatory provisions for value addition, which are being incorporated in the agreements we are signing for the exploitation of these minerals, including lithium and bauxite. Let me once again express our profound gratitude to the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia, whose tireless efforts have brought us this far. Since the inception of this refinery undertaking, the Vice President has personally led a charge and presided over several meetings with key stakeholders to ensure that this refinery is completed and operational. This is further testament to the Vice President's commitment to bold solutions for the future. Your Excellency, we're in your debt. We are also grateful to all other actors who in diverse ways have contributed to this monumental achievement, including the Managing Director of the Precious Minerals Marketing Company, PMMC, Nana Akwesi Ewua, the leadership and staff of PMMC, the Governor and leadership of the Bank of Ghana, and the Chief Executive Officer of Royal Ghana Gold Refinery. Royal Ghana Gold Refinery today stands as a positive testament to our commitment to obtain maximum benefit from our natural resources through value addition and industrialization, clear evidence of bold decisions for our collective future. With these remarks and on this happy note, it is my absolute honor to introduce the visionary behind this project, the promoter of Ghana's digital national economy and value addition, the man with bold solutions for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I refer to the Vice President of our Republic, His Excellency Dr. Bawumia, while I invite His Excellency to address us. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Your Royal Majesty Wajia Hoho Yaojebi II, Paramount Chief of Sefi Amiaso and President of the National House of Chiefs, His Royal Majesty Sajifu Amotio Faripenyi, the King of the Achimabuakwa State, Nananum, the Minister of Finance and MP for Karaga, Honorable Dr. Mohamed Amin Adam, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources and MP for Damambo, Honorable Samuel Abujinapo, the Metropolitan Archbishop of Cape Coast, and also the Chairman of the Christian Council of Ghana, the Governor of the Central Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, Berma Firiku Ampem III, Totroso Manhini, Okuji Amang Kweku Jampra III, Paramount Chief of Sefi Shirado Traditional Area, and Tetrete Ekuyamwa Sichi, Secretary Ekuyama Sichi, Amamfi Manhin, Nana Isidu Akura II, Chief of Achim Ntrang, representing Obrampong Kwesi Amo Chiritue Abrimhedi, the Executive Chairman, Royal Ghana Gold Limited, members of the Diplomatic Corps, CEOs and heads of agencies, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great joy to address you today on the commissioning of the Royal Ghana Gold Refinery. This historic achievement in the natural resources sector, specifically in gold, marks a significant milestone in Ghana's journey towards economic transformation and industrialization. Today, we celebrate not just a new facility, but a testimony to our government's commitment to adding value to our natural resources, creating jobs, and ensuring sustainable economic growth. The partnership between the government of Ghana, through the Bank of Ghana and Rosie Royal Minerals Limited, symbolizes a vision for a prosperous future in the precious minerals industry. The state-of-the-art refinery being commissioned today is equipped with cutting-edge technology that meets international standards, significantly boosting our capacity to locally process gold and increase value addition prospects. Ladies and gentlemen, historically, Ghana has exported gold in raw form, missing out on significant. The government of President Nana Akufo-Addo has been determined to make value addition a critical component of our export. The launch of this refinery is particularly important as it realizes a key part of this vision. Originally, this vision was actualized through a joint venture between the Precious Minerals Marketing Company and Rosie Royal Minerals Limited. The PMMC granted part of its land for the construction of the refinery. Despite delays due to COVID-19, the beautiful edifice you see today, which was started in 2018, was completed in 2022. I commend the board, management and staff of the Bank of Ghana and the PMMC for their relentless support and cooperation in seeing to the fruition of this historic national project. The establishment of this refinery is a strategic investment which contributes immensely to government's efforts in ensuring value addition of our mineral resources. Currently, our country's gold is exported in doré form to be refined outside Ghana, resulting in lost revenue and missed opportunities for job creation. Between 2018 and 2023, Ghana's average annual gold production was 3.92 million ounces. That is 122.5 tons. All this gold was exported unrefined, resulting in lost revenue, as I have stated. The refinery, which we are commissioning today, will offer premium to gold exported from Ghana. Initially, it is expected to create 80 to 120 direct jobs and another 500 indirect jobs, boosting domestic tax revenue in the form of corporate taxes and enabling us to refine to 24 carats, that is 99.99% purity, the same quality as a good delivery bar LBMA standard. With the ability to locally refine our gold, we will be able to sell the refined gold at its appropriate price, enabling us to retain its economic value within our borders, while creating numerous job opportunities for the youth. In addition, government's intention to refine all gold produced in Ghana will further enhance our economic independence and resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, with the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase program, which started in 2021, and the refinery, we are positioning Ghana as the gold hub of Africa. For all, we are the largest gold producer in Africa. This marks a new era for Ghana and ushers us into our vision of building a resilient economy anchored on our mineral resources in a golden age of natural resource governance. To be able to do this, we need the cooperation of all stakeholders in the gold production value chain, both upstream and downstream. Government will consult the small and large scale miners on the best means possible to feed the refinery to its optimal refining capacity, while we come out with favorable policies to discourage smuggling. Ladies and gentlemen, a few years ago, government reduced the gold export levy withholding tax from 3% to 1.5%. The result of this is that after a sharp decline in gold exports in 2021, the gold export volumes have been steadily recovering, with 2024 showing promising signs. If you look at what the governor been there, because this $5 billion is from local sources. It's not as a result of export, right? Can you just imagine Ghana without this $5 billion? Where would we have gotten the foreign exchange to make up? Just to get $3 billion from the IMF, look at what we have had to go through. We have been able to pick up $5 billion from the local economy using cities to buy this gold. Without this $5 billion, our economy would have been in deep trouble. Buying even fuel would have been a problem. You would have probably seen queues and shortages that other countries are experiencing. So this program has been really very, very, very good for Ghana. And I think it's very important. Given our strategic intention to realize higher production volumes, to refine locally and support gold for oil and gold for reserve products for a stable currency, I intend to reduce the withholding tax from 1.5% currently to 1% next year. God willing, under my presidency. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to be able to obtain maximum value for the products from this refinery, it is necessary to obtain the requisite international certifications such as the LBMA, Good Delivery Bar certification. Achieving LBMA Good Delivery Bar certification is crucial. This requires refining gold for at least 3 years and establishing an annual production of no less than 10 tons of gold. Also, the refinery must implement the LBMA's responsible sourcing program and pass an independent audit. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, with respect to achieving the annual average production of 10 tons, I am confident that leveraging on the Bank of Ghana's domestic gold purchase arrangement for both reserve and gold for oil program, with the support of the mines and the commercial banks in Ghana, as well as all the industry players, this Royal Gold Refinery will be able to obtain the LBMA Good Delivery accreditation in very good time. I urge all stakeholders, particularly large and small-scale mining companies, to support Royal Gold Refinery in meeting these requirements. Additionally, the refinery, among other things, is fed with gold that is marked. It is required that the refinery is fed with gold that is marked as responsibly sourced. Responsibly sourced gold is gold which is extracted legally with due regard to the environment and devoid of conflict, human rights abuse, and/or child labor. The current issues of illegal mining pose a big threat to our value addition efforts, as it has a real potential of tainting the gold doré, which will be fed into the refinery, therefore making it difficult to meet the responsible sourcing requirements, and by extension the ability to operate with international certification. This is why the Royal Ghana Gold Refinery must ensure that its entire feedstock is responsibly sourced. There is therefore a compelling reason, more than ever, to ensure that we nip the menace of Galamsey in the bud, to ensure responsible mining and safeguard our environment and water bodies. Our overarching objective for dealing decisively with the Galamsey menace and enhancing the small-scale mining sector is to improve lives and livelihoods and protect the environment. Our approach will be five-pronged. Firstly, part of the reasons for Galamsey is because there are no properly documented geological surveys indicating areas with proven reserves. This problem causes miners, mainly illegal miners, and some small-scale license-holding miners to dig everywhere and anyhow in search for gold, and eventually destroy large parcels of lands with little or no success in finding gold. I believe that having proper data on areas with proven reserves for small-scale mining will avert the problem of trial and error digging and optimize land use. In view of this, our government, but hopefully the next MPP government under my presidency, will adequately provide the Geological Survey Department and our universities with the resources annually to investigate and undertake mapping of areas where we have mineral resources. A minimum of $10 million annually will be invested in this geological investigation of mineralized zones from next year. With evidence of proven reserves, we will ensure that the earmarked concessions in these resource-mapped areas with proven reserves will be 100% owned for small-scale mining. Secondly, many people opt to mine without a license because of delays and bureaucracies, as well as the high cost in acquiring mining licenses. To address this challenge, we will amend the existing mining law to ensure that the entire licensing regime, from application to the grant of a small-scale mining license, will end at the Minerals Commission with the involvement of our chiefs and district assemblies. This will require that we decentralize the operations of the Minerals Commission and the Environmental Protection Agency to all the mining districts. Thirdly, there must be an increased effort towards reclamation of degraded mining lands. This would require a carefully planned program and consistent resource allocation. The next MPP government will set up a reclamation fund with an annual dedicated budget to implement the land reclamation program. The private sector will be invited to participate. At the same time, growing decentralization of the Minerals Commission and the EPA, which will be deepened by the next MPP government, will enable increased compliance and enforcement to safeguard our land and environment. Fourthly, pollution of our water bodies through mining is a major national concern. The mercury-free gold catcher machine, which has been piloted and used in many mining areas by our government, has proven to be effective and safer. The next MPP government will scale up the use of this technology through technical support for sustainable small-scale mining. In addition, the construction of settlement dams will be attached to ensure safe storage and treatment of discharged water from the gold catcher operations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, but as far as the benefits, as getting the benefits from our gold is concerned, I think we can say with no fear of contradiction that Ghana has been asleep for a long time. At the end of 2016, the total reserves of gold at the Bank of Ghana for Ghana was 8.7 tons. 8.7 tons. That is Ghana's total gold reserves. This compares to 3,352 tons for Germany, 2,814 tons for the IMF, 2,451 tons for Italy, and 8,133 tons for the United States. Now, it did not make sense when you look at this data that Ghana, the largest gold producer in Africa, will have some of the lowest holdings of gold reserves. It was against this background that the Bank of Ghana started the gold purchase program. The governor has made the point. For 60 years after independence, we had 8.7 tons. 60 years after independence. Once the Bank of Ghana started a gold purchase program in 21, after 3 years, we have moved from 8.7 tons to 73 tons. We bought an additional 65 tons of gold in just 3 years. And that tells you that we were asleep for a very, very long time. However, given the large amount of gold reserves Ghana has, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Ghana has 7 large gold beds from Axim and Winneba to Nangodi and Laura. According to the Geological Survey Department, the belts cover an area of 43,000 square kilometers, with about 50%, that is 21,000 square kilometers, not explored at all. The conservative estimate is that the potential quantum of gold in these unexplored belts is around 5 billion ounces. This has a market value today of $10 trillion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why my government will engage exploration experts from the universities and the Geological Survey Department to assist in exploring our 7 gold belts. However, even if only 5% of the potential estimate materializes, it will be a game changer for Ghana. Let me say that with all the measures that we are putting in place to revamp the gold sector, the mineral sector, licensing regime, we will have also a minerals development bank to help the mineral sector and so I would like to propose a new foreign exchange regime management architecture for Ghana next year, in which the value of the city with everything that we are putting will be anchored to gold. This is where we are going. I want us to move our foreign exchange management because we need an anchor. And I believe that the best anchor for the city is gold. So I want us to anchor the city to gold. I'm proposing a framework. We'll discuss, of course, with the central bank, and we'll see where. But the framework that I'm proposing is very simple, having looked at all that we have done. So all significant demand for gold should be channeled through the Bank of Ghana's gold purchase program. So that if you have, say, a 3 billion cedis and you're looking to buy forex, Bank of Ghana can take the 3 billion cedis and buy gold and give you your forex. Demand equals supply, exchange rate doesn't move. It's just a simple use of our gold reserves to meet the demand for forex. So once you can anchor the city with gold so that you are able to meet demand. Then there's so much extra forex reserves to do other things for the country. But then you will maintain long-term exchange rate stability, which will be anchored on gold, and then we will move forward. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the refinery we are launching today has the capacity to refine 400 kilograms of Doré gold per day. It can therefore refine 132 tons of gold, more than all of the gold exported from Ghana, at 300 working days per year. This refinery has adequate capacity to meet the needs of Ghana and surrounding gold-producing countries. It is my expectation that our domestic mines will be fully on board and make this refinery their first port of call. With that kind of support, the refinery can obtain the LBMA Good Delivery List accreditation in 3 years, making it the second such refinery in Africa. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, as we commission this state-of-the-art refinery, let us remember that this is a stepping stone towards setting Ghana's gold on the global market. The Royal Ghana Gold Refinery symbolizes our determination to harness our mineral resources for the maximum benefit of all Ghanaians. Let us strive for excellence, innovation, and sustainable economic development while ensuring responsible extraction of our mineral resources. We have a responsibility as government to work collaboratively with the Royal Ghana Gold Refinery to attain LBMA certification. Government will support the small-scale and large-scale miners across the country and will need their collaboration and trust in this once-in-a-lifetime nation-building exercise. At present, government is pursuing this international certification with efforts led jointly by the Bank of Ghana and the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. On the back of this, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we will work collaboratively with the key stakeholders, particularly the large and small-scale miners, on how best to progressively work towards refining all gold in Ghana before they are exported. We must begin and support the process of acquiring the LBMA certification now. I would like at this moment to thank all the key players. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, who I call the bulldozer, has really been so supportive and making sure things happen. I have been very impressed with his understanding of the issues and making sure that decisions were taken on time to bring this project to fruition. Thank you very much. I would like to also thank the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, for his sterling leadership in this area. Bank of Ghana, as you know, has to always make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. So he was sometimes moving too slow for our liking. So this took longer because they had to check and double check and triple check every T and I, you know. So, but having come from the bank, I understood him better than some of my other colleagues. But I really thank you so much for this. I'd also like to thank the Minister for Finance and Economic Planning, you know, who is every day surprising me with his depth of knowledge on so many issues and really gets things done for us. I'm so grateful. He made this happen. I want to thank you, Dr. Amin Adam, for your. I also want to thank my good friend, you know, lawyer Evia from the PMMC. who really, PMMC did so well. Their board as well, they've really helped. This was a very collaborative effort, really collaborative effort to make it done and to make it happen. And I'm so happy that it has happened now. But I want to tell all of them, this is only the beginning. We're going to have to do a lot more work to make the dream come true. The dream will come true. It is possible. Thank you very much.
Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Bawumia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to bring this inauguration of the Royal Ghana Gold Refinery to a fine close, I have the singular honor to bring to the podium His Majesty Osajefo Amwetia Oforipenin Ochihene.
His Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Bawumia. My friend and colleague, the President of the National House of Chiefs, Yahowo Yaojebi II. Dr. Ernest Adesina, Governor of the Central Bank. My son, Minister of Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam. There's another junior one, son, Honorable Samuel Abu Sinapo. All the members who are on the high dais, I can't mention everybody's name. I sat here and listened carefully to every speaker. The advantage you have in speaking last is you get a lot of information. I don't need to rehash the benefits and the data and the numbers and why this state of the art is important in our economic growth. I'll tell you a story. Somebody said when we came from the old country to this place, when we arrived here, we left everything behind when the Arabs were chasing us to take us into slavery. When we got here, we found that we were cut off in the south by the sea, in the north by the desert. On our right and left were dense forests in this tropical land full of gold and minerals. Our forebears took care of this thing for us to get here. And if you look at the data, we should not be poor. Africa does not need to be poor. We're blessed with more diversity than any other continent. And yet, sadly, we're the poorest. What a pile. And we're poor not because we don't want to get better. We're poor because we were exploited. So when I got here and listened to all the speakers, I just took a big sigh of relief and said, finally, we're here. Like I told you, I just put my speech aside because everything that had to be said was said. We are doing this thing to improve future generations. 3 things. We need to own our resources. Everything we're talking about is if we don't own our resources, we will never be able to achieve what we want to achieve. Another story. 1844, a guy named George Harrison discovered gold in Johannesburg. At the same time, we also had Obuasi. And because, like Vice President said, we went to sleep, they built their gold within Johannesburg. They control their gold within Johannesburg. Many years, 100 years later, Johannesburg has become a major city. Obuasi remains a metropolitan village. Many years since we were blessed, this continent has been rich, and yet we hold the headquarters of poverty right here. That has to be changed. Leadership leads change. And today I am just glad that leaders of our country found the need to build this. All of us. I grew up in a mining town in Akwatia. Those guys who were singing Appalachians are here are from Takwa. There are people who came from Prestia and other mining areas. Their communities have been devastated over the years. All we're doing here is to make sure that we strengthen our hands when we go to bargain with the World Bank and the island. We own this. When we do that, we then begin to negotiate, not out of fear, and we're not going to be fearful to negotiate. We'll have something to stand on. Our bargaining power will increase. Thirdly, I have researched all the miners in the world who go underground to work. I have come to a conclusion that there's something wrong with the arrangements here. Gold has a universal price. If it's an ounce and it's sold $1,000 here in Ghana, it's the same thing in Canada, it's the same thing in Australia, it's the same thing everywhere. Better yet, when you look at those countries who work, underground workers, they are paid what their salaries are. It doesn't compare to what the people receive. That must change. Again, I am from the rural area. You know, where we live in rural Ghana. When this country was built in the charter of the nation state. We have long behaved like we're a city state. Everything is in Accra. Everything is in Accra, whether you like it or not. Every day there's a massive traffic coming from the north to the south. This may allow our country to receive revenue where they will be able to build infrastructure to open up our country. And as we do that, we're connecting disadvantaged people and their communities to economic opportunities. We're going this year now, Mr. Vice President. I'd like to see a day when a refinery is built around Obuasi and Takwa, so that the people who live there can have an opportunity and a decent living for themselves. There are 70% of our people who live in rural Ghana who are wallowing in poverty, not because they want to be poor, because opportunities have not reached them. And how best can you bring opportunity to people in Takwa and Akwatia when a refinery like this is built right there locally? We need to change that. And it takes leadership, like what we have now, to bring about changes. Shouldn't be petrified to change. Our people and our country deserve better. And I'm sure And all these gallant men, learned people, will agree with me. We cannot build a strong economy that excludes 70% of our people. We go nowhere with that. So as we build this thing here, and we inaugurate it here in Accra, I agree, but in the future, we are going to just ask that things must come to Ghana, where the people who God blessed them to be where they are should enjoy their natural resources. The Western region is by far the richest region in Ghana. The last time I checked, they are the poorest. What the white folks did to Africa is what we're doing to our own selves. We need to bring development to our people, build infrastructure, open up Ghana, employ people, and do that. I have always said, I don't understand what the Forestry Commission is doing in Accra, but what the Minister of Agriculture is in Accra. Why the Minister of Natural Resources doing in Accra? We can open up. And we open up with the leadership like this. I know they know what I'm talking about. We need to spread the opportunities. Because with that opportunity, no one grows with that opportunity. Excellency, I'm not going to waste time because there's nothing else to say. You have said it all. Who has said it all? The Minister of Finance, everybody. So let us just work and open up our country. So these guys who are in Takwa will not have to come here. We secure things here. We can bring it there for them. Thank you very
Your Majesty, we thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, with humility and respect, I am going to go through, after which they'll move for the tour of the refinery. The tour will be done in batches. Once again, I respectfully and with humility ask that you remain seated until your social group, so to speak, has been announced to go on the tour. We shall also serve lunch and refreshments. So please, ladies and gentlemen, we ask for your cooperation and we ask for your patience and your tolerance. Ladies and gentlemen, I now would like to call Right Reverend Dr. Dope to give us a closing prayer.
Thank you. May I ask that we all kindly rise as we bring out proceedings. Now thank we all our God with hearts and hands and voices. Wondrous things have done in whom this world rejoices. Father, we come before your throne of grace once again to say thank you. Thank you for guiding our conversation. Thank you for enlightening us. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to celebrate your goodness this month. Lord, even as we depart from here, not for your presence. Pray for your guiding light and your guiding glory to overshadow us. And to lead us in all our doings, that the objectives for which we have gathered will not die in us after we leave here. I will continue to light that torch in every sphere of our endeavor. Bless this enterprise, we pray. Bless the leaders of this enterprise. Bless the leaders of this country. Lord, even as they continue to navigate the terrain, we pray for the president and his team. Pray for the leaders of every sphere of government. All those in the industry. We pray for every ruler, wherever they are in this country. Lord, abide with us. And give us grace to endure things at all times. For your glory and for our well-being. In Christ's name. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of the Republic. Excellency, the Vice President and the members of the dais take their positions in front of the backdrop. To accommodate our chiefs, and then I'll ask our members of the diplomatic corps to join. And this is the first group that will go on the tour of the refinery. Our chiefs, please take position for the photo. Chiefs, please take position for the photo. And then our members of the diplomatic corps also join His Excellency the Vice President for the photo. May I kindly ask the media to make way. Please make way for the chiefs and the members of the diplomatic corps as they take position here, His Excellency the Vice President. Media, please make way, please make way. May I also ask CEOs of financial institutions, CEOs of financial institutions, please.
by Edinia de Margo and Margo. Okay, grills by Margo with a free advert and my mom.
Oh, why are they?
Your number and on 0249 106106 0249 106106. And we are saying, you know, program here saying when they say, maybe I get me say a piano from almost not wrong with you, and I'm also the opponent and I am born and I'm the biggest gold refinery in Ghana. Oh, yes, a beggar was here. Pizza. Beggar we are beggar mini. Mini beggars. Mini beggars. So they will say we know grills by one of the number one. How you gonna do Steve so and as I said, I'm on to the teacher of the version of us, the kind of when you have like I'm on console no money maybe how now. Good.
I'm
Where Edmund is? Edmund, wait, who said no? Where Edmund is? Edmund is who said?
I'm a black.
Charlie, what, please, champion. You know what? What is that?
Seminam Namatia Sempanama Mania, Namano Kikame. Anyamia, what the ANS Trading Agency Limited in car. Sawoka said door to door for no day near Wecha. The signs will be I was saying one was our door to door business name. Or Nyoma with UK, what they call Ghana. And I said Germany, what they call Ghana. 3 to 5 weeks, a back could do Nipano Punano say, try. That the moment demonstration was said to make the women say, one more at the form say Boko. ANS Trading Agency Limited. Air freight special service. And on your money at the Befa play. And in Jampana, Kwakudu. Which my first half we also the new free Ghana, Aqua UK, and now Germany. FAGG them, which are also in a year. I mean, drop a bomb. ANS Trading Agency Limited pair, and a 40-footer, any 20-footer container. FA UK, Edeko Ghana, and now Germany.
Let us say, the more about AbiExpress.com. AbiExpress.com, the media, yeah, I got a phone near Manina, near Pop, near AbiExpress.com. At the end, I will be free Ghana, and Africa, and Papua, and Saturday. Can tell me now, open out your data, who are party as Siana. Maybe I will be a Rokra, and one is on AbiExpress.com. Now, your warrior was Sabeka. AbiExpress.com. Where the NDMO, AbiExpress.com. Where the Papa. AbiExpress.com. Yeah, the Ghana and 12 Richard.